I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. As a kid, I think it was Christmas '92, I was given a Game Boy which included the phenomenal Tetris, and with the Christmas money I got in that year as well, I bought myself a copy of Super Mario Land. Now, whenever Mum and Dad weren't using the Game Boy to play Tetris, I would be playing this game. Now, as a kid, it took me quite a few attempts to complete it, but when I did, it was one of the most satisfying gaming experiences of my life. So for this week's episode of Michael's Retro Game Reviews, I'll be reviewing a true classic from my childhood, Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. Super Mario Land is the third best-selling Mario game of all time, with 18 million copies sold worldwide, which also makes this one of the best-selling video games of all time. This entry into the Mario series for the Game Boy was not the most critically successful for its time, but still sold well enough because for a long time it was the only Mario fix you could get on the move. So let's get down to business. Once you look past the nostalgia, does this game still hold up? Yes, it does. Back in the day when I first finished this game, I must have known Super Mario Land inside and out and its many secrets and hidden extra lives. So 17 years later, I was surprised at how much this game I remembered, and helped completing it again at age 27 a breeze. Comparing Super Mario Land to Super Mario Bros, you realise just how well put together this game was, with some of the tightest controls of its time. But sadly, in Super Mario Land, they're not as spot on as they are in Super Mario Bros. But they do come close. I think what lets them down is the jumping. You have to be pushing forward all the time when doing it, otherwise you drop straight down to your doom. So be prepared for the odd undeserved death, but hey, this is a short and easy game, so it more than makes up for it. Graphically, for a first generation Game Boy title, they're very good, and the lack of colour does not detract from this monochrome gaming experience. The level designs are very wacky, and if you look at other Mario games, they do stand out, but I imagine the reason behind this is because this game is not set in the Mushroom Kingdom, and the level designs reflect that. Overall, this adds to this game's charm and makes this game stand out as compared to other Mario games in the Mario series. It's hard to talk about this game without mentioning its sequel, Super Mario Land 2: 6 Golden Coins. Overall, it's a more superior game that looks amazing and has a lot more depth to it, and you can save your progress. Because of its branching open world level designs, if you get stuck in a level you can't finish, no biggie, take a break and do a few other levels in another world and come back to it when you feel like it. Even though I know this is technically a better game, I'm still more drawn to the first Super Mario Land. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because it was one of the first games I ever bought for my Game Boy, or maybe it just feels more retro to me because you can't save and you end up replaying the same levels over and over again. By the time you finish this game, you will know everyone's pixels off by heart, and that's something I feel missing from gaming now. To know a game inside and out, to become deeply attached to it. And replaying Super Mario Land makes me feel like a kid again because it feels so familiar, but in the best way possible. A tip to help you out: always try to end each level at the top exit because you get a chance to win a mushroom, fire power up, or more extra lives. Plus, you can never have too many lives. The best thing in the world is when you get a run on the free 1-ups and you end up with more lives than you could possibly ever use. But as you progress through Super Mario Land, trying to get to the top exit every time gets more challenging. Now for something completely random. Didn't anyone find it strange when Mario collects a star to become invincible that the tune it plays in the background is the can-can? It's got to be one of the weirdest things any Mario game ever played. This is a straight up 4-level affair with each level having 3 stages, and at the end of the 2nd and 4th stage you get to pilot a sub or an aeroplane, which is pretty cool and adds a bit of diversity to the game. Stages 1 to 3 have an end boss, and if you have a fire power up you can choose to try and defeat them, or just simply wait for your chance and jump over them to rescue Princess Daisy. Once you've rescued the princess, you are teased for a brief moment to the ending tune of Rocket Ship Ride, but just when you think you've rescued her, she changes into a bug or a fly. Man, they just hate it when that happens. So by the time you finish the last boss, you're thinking, is this really Daisy? And of course it is. Dare this game fool me more than twice. Haha! After you rescue Daisy, Mario and the princess get into Mario's spaceship and they fly to the clouds with the full tune Rocket Ship Ride playing as the credits roll. This has to be one of the greatest video game tunes of all time and only just beaten by the Moon stage in DuckTales. Overall, this game has a very impressive soundtrack, and if you love old school video game music, I highly recommend you check it out. So, my final thoughts. After a few playthroughs, you'll be able to breeze through this game in no time, and if you're looking for a quick, satisfying retro game fix, well then look no further than Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. And if you own a Game Boy and you don't own this game, I suggest you go to eBay and grab yourself a copy now, and as there are over 18 million copies of this game worldwide, you shouldn't have to pay too much to get yourself a copy of this. So I give this game the thumb approval. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.